Infinity FCFS. The model MMC Infinity FCFS, the almost all the assumptions are similar to the MM1 Infinity FCFS except one. So in this model, it is taken as the distribution of arrival is Poisson with arrival rate lambda, and distribution of departure is Poisson and service time is exponentially distributed, and the distribution of inter-arrival time is also exponential with mean arrival rate 1 upon lambda. The number of servers in the model are C, queue length is unrestricted, and the queue discipline is first come, first serve. Here, only the difference from MM1 Infinity FCFS is that here the rate of departure or mean service time is quite different from that. Here, two rate of service are taken or two departure rates are taken. If there are customer smaller than C, that is number of server in the system, then the service rate will be N into mu. And if the number of customers are larger than the number of servers, that is C, then the service rate will be C mu. That means if there are N customers and N is smaller than C, then all the servers, that is N servers, will be busy, and the service rate will be the number of customers into the service rate of each service provider. Yeah, on an average per service provider. And if there are more than C customers, then all servers will be busy and excess customers will wait in the queue, that is queue is formed. So the maximum service rate will be C mu. Now characteristic of the model MMC Infinity FCFS. First characteristic is steady state distribution. For steady state distribution, following axioms are considered. Number one, the number of arrivals and number of departures in non-overlapping intervals are statistically independent. Second axiom states that the probability that an arrival occurs within a very small time of interval is given by P1t is equals to lambda delta t plus O delta t. Third axiom states that the probability of a departure within a very small time interval delta t is given by mu delta n mu delta t plus O delta t if n is smaller than C, and it will be C mu delta t plus O delta t if n is larger than C. The probability of more than one arrival or more than one departure during a small time interval delta t is negligibly small and is denoted by O delta t, which is called as order delta t, which is the function of delta t having power more than 2, power 2 or more, or we can set that order delta t upon delta t taking limit delta t tending to 0 will be equals to 0. And fifth axiom states that the arrival and the departures are statistically independent. Now for obtaining the steady state distribution, we assume that PNT denotes the probability that there are n customers in the system at time t. First, we consider the case when 0 is smaller than n is smaller than C. So here P and T plus delta T can be partitioned as probability that there are n customers at time T, no arrival and no departure during delta T, plus n minus 1 customer at time T, no arrival and one arrival and no departure during delta T, plus probability n plus 1 customers in the system, no arrival and one departure during delta T, and so many other cases, one departure and one arrival and n customers at time T, n customers at time T, two departures and two arrivals during delta T, and so on. That these probabilities can be partitioned into the product of different probabilities as these are independent. according to axiom 1 and axiom 5. So first one, probability n customers at time t can be written as P and T, and no arrival during delta t, that will be its probability will be 1 minus, sorry, probability no arrival during delta t into probability no departure during delta t. Second term will be partitioned as Pn minus 1t into probability 1 arrival during delta t and into probability no departure during delta t. Third term can be partitioned as Pn plus 1t into probability no arrival during delta t into probability 1 departure during delta t. And other similarly, fourth one can be written as probability n, sorry, P and T plus 1 arrival during delta t plus probability 1 departure during delta t. And all other terms having the terms of power of delta t with more, 2 or more, so that will be merged with O delta t. Now substituting the values of probability of no arrival, probability of 1 arrival, probability of no departure, probability of 1 departure in this, it will be obtained as P n t plus delta t is equals to P n t into 1 minus lambda delta t minus O delta t into probability of no departure, that is 1 minus n mu delta t minus O delta t. Since number of customers in the system are smaller than C, so the service rate is taken as n mu. Or you can say that probability of 1 departure is taken as n mu delta t plus O delta t plus Pn minus 1t into lambda delta t plus O delta t, that is probability of 1 arrival into probability of no departure, that is 1 minus n minus mu delta t minus O delta t. Here service rate is taken as n minus 1 mu, as there are n minus 1 customers in the system at time t. So the service rate will be n minus 1 into mu delta t plus Pn plus 1t into 1 minus lambda delta t minus O delta t into n plus 1 mu delta t plus O delta t. So here n plus 1 customers are at time t. So the probability of departure will consider the term n plus 1 mu delta t plus other terms, that is O delta t. Now on solving all the terms of solving it and merging the terms having power of delta t 2 or more with O delta t, it will be obtained that Pnt plus delta t minus Pnt is equals to minus lambda plus n mu delta t Pnt plus lambda delta t Pn minus 1t plus n plus 1 mu delta t Pn plus 1t plus other terms order of delta t. Now dividing it by delta t, it will be obtained that Pnt plus delta t minus Pnt upon delta t is equals to minus lambda plus n mu Pnt plus lambda Pn minus 1t plus n plus 1 mu Pn plus 1t plus O delta t upon delta t. Now taking limit as delta t tending to 0, it would be obtained that first term will become first term, or the term on the left hand side will become first derivative of Pnt. So d by dt of Pnt will be equals to minus lambda plus n mu Pnt plus lambda Pn minus 1t plus n plus 1 mu Pn plus 1t, and the last term on the right hand side will become 0 as per the axiom of the steady state distribution. Now applying steady state condition, P and T will become independent of T. So its derivative will become 0. That is, on applying steady state condition, it would be obtained that 0 is equals to minus lambda plus n mu Pn plus lambda Pn minus 1 plus n plus 1 mu Pn plus 1. Now solving it for Pn plus 1, it will be obtained that Pn plus 1 is equals to lambda plus n mu upon n plus 1 mu Pn plus lambda upon n plus 1 mu Pn minus 1. It is considered as equation 1. Now considering the case when n is equals to 0, Here we can write probability that there is no customer at time t plus delta t, that is p not t plus delta t, is equals to probability no customer at time t, no arrival and no departure during delta t, plus 1 probability 1 customer at time t, 1 no arrival and 1 departure during delta t, and plus so on many other terms. So on such partitioning or expressing these in terms of product of probabilities and substituting the values in same manner as previous, it will be obtained that P0 t plus delta t is equals to P naught t into 1 minus lambda delta t minus O delta t into 1. That is probability of no departure will be 1 as there is no customer. So departure will be a sure event. Second term will become P1t into 1 minus lambda delta t minus O delta t into mu delta t plus O delta t, and all other terms will become O delta t. Here, since only one customer at time t, so service rate will be mu and probability will be mu delta t plus O delta t. Now solving it, it would be obtained that P naught t plus delta t minus P naught t upon delta t is equals to minus lambda P naught t plus mu P1 t plus O delta t upon delta t. Now taking limit as delta t tending to 0, the first term or the term on the left hand side will become first derivative of P naught t by the definition of differentiation, and last term on the right hand side, that is O delta t upon delta t, will become 0 as per the axiom of model. So the equation will become d by dt of p naught t is equals to minus lambda p naught t plus mu p1 t plus O delta t upon, sorry, plus mu p1 t. Now applying steady state condition or taking limit as t tending to infinity, p naught t will become independent of t as well as p1 t also become independent of t. So first derivative of p naught t will become 0 and the equation will become 0 is equals to minus lambda p naught plus mu p1. On solving it for p1, it will be obtained that p1 is equals to lambda upon mu p naught or rho p naught. This equation is taken as equation number 2. Now there will be one more case when there are n customers where n is larger than the number of servers, that is n is greater than equals to c. Now here again we consider probability that there are n customers at time t plus delta t. This probability can be written as probability that n customers are in the system at time t, no arrival and no departure during delta t, plus n minus 1 customers at time t, 1 arrival and no departure during delta t, plus probability n plus 1 customer at time t, no arrival and 1 departure during delta t, and so on many other terms. Now these terms will be again partitioned as probability no arrival, probability n customers at time t into probability no arrival during delta t into probability no departure during delta t, and other terms in same manner. And substituting the values, it will be obtained that p n t plus delta t is equals to p n t into 1 minus c mu delta t minus O delta t into 1 minus lambda delta t minus O delta t, where 1 minus lambda delta t minus O delta t is probability of no arrival and 1 minus c mu delta t minus O delta t is probability of no departure during delta t. Since n is taken as greater than or equal to c, so all servers will be busy and service rate will be taken as c mu, or probability that one departure during delta t can be taken as per axiom number 3, p1t is equals to c mu delta t plus O delta t. So probability of no departure during delta t will become 1 minus c mu delta t minus O delta t, plus second term which will be p n minus 1t into 1 minus c mu delta t minus O delta t into lambda delta t plus O delta t. plus Pn plus 1 into C mu delta T plus O delta T, that is probability of one departure into probability of no arrival, that is 1 minus lambda delta T minus O delta T, plus all other terms that will be order of delta T. Now solving it, and it would be obtained that Pnt plus delta T minus Pnt is equals to minus lambda plus C mu Pnt into delta T plus lambda delta T Pn minus 1T plus C mu delta T Pn plus 1T plus all other terms, that is O delta T. Now next term will be dividing it by delta T and taking limit as delta T tending to 0, it would be obtained that d by dt of Pnt is equals to minus lambda plus C mu Pnt plus lambda Pn minus 1T plus C mu Pn plus 1T. Now applying steady state condition, it would be obtained that P and T or all the probability terms will become independent of T. So first derivative of P and T will become 0. And applying steady state condition, the equation will become 0 is equals to minus lambda plus C mu Pn plus lambda Pn minus 1 plus C mu Pn plus 1. And now solving it for Pn plus 1, it would be obtained as Pn plus 1 is equals to minus lambda plus C mu upon C mu Pn. Sorry, it will be Pn plus 1 equals to lambda plus C mu upon C mu Pn minus lambda upon C mu Pn minus 1. It will be considered as equation 3. Now these three equations are combined into one equations by substituting the values of L. Now putting the value of n is equals to 1 in equation 1, it would be obtained as P2 is equals to lambda plus mu upon 2 mu, P1 minus lambda upon 2 mu, P0. Since in the denominator there was n plus 1 mu, so n is 1, 1 plus 1, that is become 2, so it will become 2 mu. And on numerator it was lambda plus mu, lambda plus n mu, and n is 1, so it will become lambda plus mu. Now on solving, substituting the value of P1 from equation number 2, it would become P2 is equals to lambda plus mu upon 2 mu into lambda upon mu P0 minus lambda upon 2 mu P0. It will become lambda upon mu whole square P0 upon 2. Lambda upon mu is taken as traffic intensity or and is denoted by rho. So this equation will become P2 is equals to rho square P0 upon factorial 2. 2 can be written as 2 into 1 or factorial value of factorial 2 is 2. So it can be written as factorial 2. Now substituting n is equals to 2 in equation 1, it would be obtained as P3 is equals to lambda plus 2 mu upon 3 mu P2 minus lambda upon 3 mu P1. Substituting the value of P2 and P1, it would be become P3 is equals to lambda plus 2 mu upon 3 mu into lambda upon mu whole square P0 upon 2 minus lambda upon 3 mu into lambda upon mu into P0. Now taking now solving it, it would be obtained P3 is equals to lambda upon mu whole cube into P0 upon factorial 3, or you can say 6. That will become rho cube upon factorial 3 P. Now by using mathematical induction, we can easily prove that Pn is equals to lambda upon mu whole power n P0 upon factorial n if n is less than equals to c. That is, this relation holds for all values of n which are smaller than the number of servers. Now we plug the equations when the number of customers in the system are larger than the number of servers. That is, substituting n is equals to 1 in equation, sorry, n is equals to c in equation 3, we would obtain that PC plus 1 is equals to lambda upon C mu into PC minus lambda upon C mu into PC minus 1. Now substituting the value of PC and PC minus 1, it would become PC plus 1 is equals to lambda plus C mu upon C mu into rho to the power C P naught upon factorial C minus lambda upon C mu into rho to the power C minus 1 P naught upon factorial C minus 1. Now on solving it, PC plus 1 will become rho to the power C upon factorial C into P naught. Here the power of C is equals to 1. So we can also write is C to the power C plus 1 minus C. That will also give C. Now putting n is equals to C plus 1 in equation 3, it would be obtained that PC plus 2 is equals to lambda plus C mu upon C mu PC plus 1 minus lambda upon C mu PC. Substituting the value of PC and PC plus 1, PC plus 2 will become lambda plus C mu upon C mu into rho to the power C upon factorial C into C P naught minus lambda upon C mu rho to the power C upon factorial C P naught. On solving it, it would be obtained that PC plus 2 is equals to rho to the power C plus 1 upon factorial C into C square P naught. So C to the power 2 can also be written as C to the power C plus 2 minus C. In C plus PC plus 1, power of C was written as C plus 1 minus C. Here power of C can be written as C plus 2 minus C. So in general, for nth term, that is Pn, we can write it as C to the power n minus n, sorry, C plus n minus C. So by mathematical induction, we can prove that Pn is equals to rho to the power n upon factorial C into C to the power n minus C P naught, if n is greater than C. So we have two equations when n is less than equal to C and other when n is greater than equals to C. Now we know that the summation n goes 0 to infinity, Pn is equals to 1. That is total probability will always be equal to 1. So substitute, it can be partitioned into two parts when n is less than C and when n is greater than C. That is summation n goes 0 to C minus 1 Pn plus n goes C to infinity Pn is equals to 1. Now substituting the values of Pn in for the case n is less than C and for the case n is greater than equals to C, the equation will become summation n goes 0 to C minus 1 rho to the power n upon factorial n P naught plus summation n goes C to infinity rho to the power n upon factorial C to the power n minus C P naught equals to 1. It would implies that P naught comes out to be summation n goes 0 to C minus 1 rho to the power n upon factorial n plus rho to the power n upon C minus 1 factorial into C minus rho whole inverse. Here P naught is taken as common in previous equation. So first term will become summation n goes 0 to C minus 1 rho to the power n upon factorial n, which is written in same manner. And second term, which is summation C goes and n goes C to infinity. Here also P naught upon C to the power C is taken as, sorry, P naught upon factorial C into C to the power minus C is taken as common. So it will become summation n goes C to infinity rho by C to the power n, which is geometric progression and it can be easily solved. Some of the geometric progression of with infinite terms is a upon 1 minus r. A is first term and r is common multiplier. So first term will become rho upon C whole power C and common multiplier will be rho upon C. And substituting the value, it would be obtained as rho to the power n upon factorial C minus 1 into C minus rho. And taking on it on the right hand side, term will be inverted and P naught comes out to be this. So steady state distribution for model MMC infinity FCFS can be written as this manner. Pn is equals to rho to the power n upon factorial and P naught if n is less than C and Pn is equals to rho to the power n upon factorial c into c to the power n minus c p naught if n is greater than equal to c. Here you can see that first condition shows that we have proven for n is less than equal to c, and second one was n is greater than c. But if you take the case n is equals to c, the first term and second term give the same value. So we can write it with n is less than c, or we can write for it with n is greater than c. So equal to sign can be placed in both conditions, if n is less than c or if n is greater than c, where the value of p naught is this one. Now the second is probability that there are at least c customers in the system. That is probability n is greater than equals to c. That means probability q will be formed. So it will be summation n goes c to infinity pn. Substituting the value of pn, it would become summation n goes c to infinity rho to the power n upon factorial c into c to the power n minus c p naught. P naught and factorial c is, and c to the power minus c is taken outside the summation sign. So it will become p naught upon factorial c into c to the power minus c. Summation n goes c to infinity rho upon c to the power n. It is a infinite geometric progression with infinite terms, and its sum is substituted using a upon 1 minus r. It will become p naught upon factorial c into c to the power minus c into rho upon c to the power c upon 1 minus rho upon c. On solving it, probability will be obtained as rho to the power c upon c minus 1 factorial into rho minus c p naught. Now third characteristic is average Q length. So in queuing system MM1, MMC, Infinity, FCFS, the queue is formed if there are at least C plus 1 customers in the system. Therefore, average queue length is obtained as expectation of M is equals to summation n goes C plus 1 to infinity n minus C Pn. So the number of customers in the queue will be n minus C. So on substituting the value of Pn, it will become summation n goes c plus 1 to infinity n minus c rho to the power n upon factorial c to the power n minus c p naught. Taking p naught upon factorial c and into rho to the power c common, it will become summation n minus c goes 1 to infinity n minus c into rho upon c whole power n minus c. Now it is a mixture of the summation of AP into GP, and on solving it, it would be obtained as rho to the power c upon factorial c p naught into c rho upon c minus rho whole square. So c and c can be cancelled out. It will become rho to the power c plus 1 upon c minus 1 factorial into c minus rho whole square p naught. Now, fourth characteristic is average number of customers in the system. So, average number of customers in the system in the model MMC Infinity FCFS would be obtained using the relation between average number of customers in the system and average number of customers in the queue. That is expectation of M is equals expectation of N is equals to expectation of M plus lambda upon mu, or expectation of n is equals to expectation of m plus rho. Similarly, average waiting time can be obtained by using the lattice formula directly. That is expectation of n is equals to expectation of v upon lambda, and expectation of w is equals to expectation of m upon lambda. So these are the expected waiting time in the system and expected waiting time in the queue.